The first episode of Netflix's The Bads of Bollywood, created and directed by Aryan Khan, is amongst the most fun I've had watching anything this year. My face was hurting from smiling so much. Aryan, along with his co-writers and co-creators Bilal Siddiqui and Manav Chauhan, uses masala cinema tropes of hero, heroine, hero's best friend, and multiple villains to mount a dishum dhamaka thali of genres, pitches, and tonalities to examine, depict, poke fun at, and kind of give a giant middle finger to the Hindi film industry. The industry here is both in on the joke and also the butt of it. In this glorious opening episode, Aryan brings a delicious mix of meta, wink, wink, and at times spoofy humor and flashy, kitschy cartoons to mount a narrative that's silly, self-aware, sensational, and fun. This is a show that aspires to a little more than having a good time, and when it works, it really works. My sense is that Aryan is a big fan of mainstream Hindi movies, but not so much of the Hindi film industry, which she approaches as a vacuous, fickle world of outsized egos, pulpy personalities, warped power dynamics, and self-serving cartoons. This is a perspective on how the shiny showbiz sausage gets made from someone who's grown up at the breakfast buffet. An enjoyably stylized entry sequence introduces us to our hero and the newest fictional star on the block, Asman Singh, played by sincere, well-cast Lakshya. Asman's debut film, Revolver, becomes a smash hit, giving him a front row seat to the stardom circus. Aryan peppers this seductive opening chapter and world with enough skits, whistle-worthy moments, color, characters, cartoons, and cameos, which include Ranveer Singh and Karan Johar, to ensure it's consistently fun. As reigning superstar Ajay Talwar and the sort of villain of this story, Bobby Deol gets not one but two entry sequences, because why not? The second, to the Soldier anthem, is nothing short of a mass moment made for the big screen. But the best is saved for the end, when the NCG conducts a false raid on a Bollywood success party. That entire sequence and the middle finger one-liner that closes the episode is nothing short of pure head rush cinema. But glorious, giddy moments, stray skits, and cheeky killer cameos can only take you so far. Eventually, plot and character need to take the wheel to sustain a 7-hour-long series. It's here that the bads of Bollywood struggles, and why it rarely manages to recreate the highs of that first episode. At its most focused, the series follows Asman and his team navigating the big bad world of the movies. It's a winning bunch who play off each other well, made up of his manager Sanya, played by the plucky, always enjoyable Anya Singh, his whiskey-swigging ex-playback singer Chachu, Avtar Singh, played by a scene-stealing Manoj Pava, and above all, Asman's best friend Parvaiz, played by a show-making Raghav Juyal. As the loud-mouthed, lovable, loyal best friend, Raghav is arguably the best thing about bads and joins the Bhuvan Arora from Farzi Hall of Fame, which showcases what crackling actors can do with the hero's best friend archetype in a long-form series that lets them breathe and run. Parvaiz gets the best lines and moments of heart and humor. His back and forth with Ranveer Singh in the first episode, for example, or his two precious encounters with Imran Hashmi later on alone are worth the price of admission, or subscription, you get the point. It's why the emotional core and beating heart of the bads of Bollywood, if there even is one, is the friendship story between Asman and Parvaiz. Of the show's multiple villains, the strongest by far is a cigarette-chomping Manish Chaudhari as ruthless Moneybags producer Freddy Sodawala. Manish creates a deliciously despicable, power-hungry producer who does wonders to meet the pitch of the show. There's also an unexciting, flat love story between Asman and Ajay Talwar's daughter, Karishma, played by a striking Saher Bamba, who's given little to do here, aside from look glamorous. Also special mention of Karishma's brother, Shaumik, played by Divik Sharma, who manages to make a crass, entitled, obnoxious, shit-stirring star kid hilarious. Elsewhere, the best amidst the barrage of cameos are those that play with and amplify the image of these popular figures. Karan Johar, for example, here gleefully playing the bitchy Bollywood puppet master figure people love to see him for. Or a laugh-out-loud cheeky Amir Khan bit that lands perfectly and makes up for the pointlessness of his coolie cameo. Or actors learning the art of intimacy from who else but Imran Hashmi. The point is, there's a lot going on here. It's a busy to the point of bursting at the seams narrative. Aryan casts too wide a net with a tiring barrage of distractions masquerading as subplots. There's underworld dawns, liver transplants, broken engagements, Avtar Chachu's lengthy arc to reignite his music career, CGI car chases through the city, and even a conceptually fun but overplayed gag featuring Rajat Bedi as a forgetting supporting actor who keeps popping up through the show because he can. But once you're done resisting it, you soon realize that the plot of the bads of Bollywood is fairly inconsequential. Logic, focus, and cohesion were never on offer or part of the promise here. This isn't an emotional journey, it's a ride. The bads of Bollywood is then like those wacky, unhinged, overexcited, overstuffed, throw everything at the wall 90s potboilers, except if one was helmed by an angsty millennial. So many dick jokes. And maybe that's the only apt way to tell a story about stardom and show business. Chaos is the only language. It can't be contained or limited to a single genre, tone, character, or idea. The Badge of Bollywood is like an eager young stand-up comic getting stage time for the first time and choosing to be edgy for the sake of it. Many of the jokes land, others are provocative for the sake of it. It's often funny, oddly endearing, and at times tiring. For example, forgive me if a male producer kicking a woman on set just so our hero gets to bust out some dialogue bazi later isn't that funny to me. Also, amidst all the angst, after a point I lost track of who this show is a middle finger to. It feels like everyone, but it's fun to try and figure it out. And there's an honesty to the angst and edginess. Aryan Khan is an exciting new comedic voice on the block, one that I would still argue would benefit from being contained to a feature film narrative. But in choosing to tell this story, he sticks to the golden rule of comedy. Write what you know. I'm not sure there are any grand statements or scathing subtext about the industry here, but if there was, it would be about a sincere, hard-working outsider who just wants to make it at the movies, stepping into a crazed, ruthless, self-serving world that will use you and abuse you and spit you out any chance it gets. Tread carefully. Who called it the Badge of Bollywood and not surviving the circus? The THR bottom line is that I was utterly charmed by the outrageous excess and chaotic imagination of the Badge of Bollywood. You can experience the giddy chaos of the Badge of Bollywood on Netflix. For more reviews like this one, subscribe to THR India.